Have you done the digit?
Hello, what's up everyone? I'm Sabari Saran and you're listening to the Simplicity podcast by Digit Insurance. If you too were grooving to the intro music you just heard, it's actually our latest ad campaign to the Digit that we just launched with Virat Kohli. Do check it out on our social media channels, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Yes, it's everywhere. Now coming to the world of insurance, there are a lot of new things happening. But one big announcement that came at the beginning of July was the insurance regulator IRDAI permitting insurance companies to launch tech-enabled add-on covers like pay as you drive, pay how you drive, etc. So आपके insurance premium अब decide होंगे based on how much you drive in 1 year. काफ़ी interesting add-on cover है because something like this actually did not exist at all before this. It didn't matter आप कम drive करते हो या ज़्यादा, everyone was paying the same premium. सो काफ़ी रेवोल्यूशनरी एड ऑन है मैं तो कहूँगा बिकॉज कस्टमर इंटरेस्ट को काफ़ी अकाउंट में लिया गया है. इनफैक्ट विद इन 12 days ऑफ IRDA अनाउंसमेंट डिजिट केम आउट विथ वन ऑफ इंडियाज फर्स्ट पे एज यू ड्राइव एड ऑन. बट इट्स अ न्यू कवर. देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आउट देयर दैट पीपल वांट टू नो. एक्चुअली मेरे दिमाग में भी काफ़ी सवाल हैं इसको लेकर. सो टू आंसर दिस आई हैव विथ मी तान्या मारवा जो कि डिजिट इंश्योरेंस की ब्रांड मार्केटिंग हेड हैं. So Tanya, thank you so much first of all for joining us. Getting right into the questions. First of all, if you can help us understand PAYD या Pay as you drive क्या है exactly? I know that IRDA has issued a circular allowing insurance companies to have such sophisticated add-ons, but I want to know Pay as you drive exactly as a concept है क्या? If you can help our listeners understand.
All right. Thank you, Sabari. Thank you for inviting me within the office itself. And Pay as you drive, honestly, हम लोग तो इंतजार कर रहे थे कि कब Pay as you drive launch हो, because it very well goes with the philosophy with which we make any of our products, add-ons or processes, which is basically anything and everything जो customer के लिए चलता है, जो उनके लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है, जिससे उनको या तो प्राइस बेनिफिट मिल जाए या कोई सर्विस बेनिफिट मिल जाए. वी आर ऑलवेज रेडी एंड अप फॉर लॉन्चिंग दोज प्रोडक्ट्स. नाउ दिस एड ऑन पे एज यू ड्राइव, एज द नेम सजेस्ट, जितना आप गाड़ी चलाते हो आप उतना पे करो, राइट? वर्सेस आप उसको थोड़ा रिवर्स में भी बोल सकते हो कि अगर आप कम गाड़ी चलाते हो तो आप कम पे करो. अगर आप जैसे इसको बात को सुनते हो आप सोचते हो ये कितना लॉजिकल है, right? But that's not how it was until now. Until now, whether you are someone who goes for a road trip every weekend, or you are someone like me who has parked their cars in the garage and thinks every year की सर्विस कराऊं भी नहीं कराऊं क्योंकि गाड़ी तो मैं चलाती ही नहीं हूँ, राइट? हम जैसे लोगों के लिए एंड इवन जो हाई रोड ट्रिपर्स है दोनों के लिए प्रीमियम, अगर बाकी सारे पैरामीटर सेम रहते हैं, प्रीमियम एकदम सेम रहता है. नाउ अगर सोचा जाए तो थोड़ा अनफेयर ही साउंड करता है, बट आप इतना सोचते नहीं हो. आप सोचते हो ठीक है, दैट्स हाउ इंश्योरेंस इज. Now that's exactly what now the regulator is also inching towards to change, and so are insurers like us who have always been asking for these kind of benefits to be launched. I think now these changes are coming because like with pay as you drive, if you are driving less, and in our case like you will also get a lesser pricing. Which is absolutely logical because it means that आप गाड़ी कम चला रहे हो तो आपका रिस्क कम है and you're mostly parked, so you also pay less. That's the मोटा broad concept of what pay as you drive and how it works.
Right, very interesting, Tanya. So as you said, own damage का premium will come down for people if they opt for PAYD add-on. So Digit is actually in fact one of the first insurers जिन्होंने ये pay as you drive launch किया है full-fledged. So can you explain how exactly will the PAYD add-on that Digit is offering work?
Right. So see, in our case, whenever we launch anything, whether it's a product or process, we try and see the simplest possible way of executing something. Right now, the simplest way to see whether the person has been driving, on the higher side or the lower side, is to see the person's odometer reading. Now odometer reading, one can see saying that मैं आगे जाके आपके odometer rating देखता हूँ, और अगर आप आगे जाके गाड़ी कम चलाओगे तो आपका डिस्काउंट वैलिड होगा, वरना you'll have to give it up etc. Versus we said अगर वो पर्सन इतने सालों से कम चलाता आ रहा है कम गाड़ी, तो automatically that driving behavior will continue, and that is the easiest way for that person also to give us the value of how much they drive. So in our case, after buying the policy and opting for this add-on pay as you drive, you just need to show us your car's registration number, and you need to show us your odometer reading. And if say for example आपकी गाड़ी को 5 साल हो चुके हैं and आपका certain आपने 50,000 किलोमीटर्स चलाए हैं, तो आप उसको simply 5 से डिवाइड करेंगे. हमारे केस में भी अगर आप हमें दिखाओगे and we know that the car is 5 years old, we will divide it by that only, and we will come to know that say you have driven it for 10,000 kilometers, so which is that you are someone who drives your car very less, and that's why the discount will be applied to you. So that is the way we have executed it, kept it on historical data, because that's the simplest way to do it.
Right. So that's good to know that savings are also going to be significant considering the discount that is being offered. But one question I have in my mind, what was the reason for deciding to keep the pricing based on historical usage? So why not have it based on the current usage? Say I drove these many kilometers this year, so that is going to be my premium.
Right. So 3 things out there. One is that that's the simplest way. So अगर आपको historical data देखना है तो वो सबसे ज़्यादा आसान तरीका है कस्टमर के लिए और हमारे लिए, दोनों के लिए. So which is why looking at historical data is the simplest way possible, and that way it goes with our philosophy. Second thing is that see, it can happen that I've been driving my car less, but for some reason, say I have to change a city, and or say for example I plan ki this year I'm going to take a sabbatical and take 2-3 road trips. So in those cases we don't want to upset the customer and break the good customer experience by just making sure कि वो हमें exact follow करना है. The idea is that yes, the risk is lesser generally, and for the larger number of cases, people who have been driving less will continue driving less only, right? So we have made the process suitable for the happy flow, or basically for the people जो maximum जिनको apply करते हैं. Third thing, which is more from a behavioral psychology point of view, if you are giving something out to the customer as a delight, almost like a reward or a bonus for the fact that they are causing less risk, right, by they are taking out their car as much or probably using public conveyance, etc. Now that delight will look like a delight only when my process is also simple.
Right, correct.
If I make something so difficult to get, then it will not be a delight anymore. It's like saying that you stand lines in front of a sale for like a Zara sale, right, sometimes, but yes, when you go inside you will not want कि मुझे 5 से 10% डिस्काउंट मिल रहा है.
Right.
You will say like, am I crazy that मैं 2 घंटे लाइन के बाहर खड़ी हुई and मुझे on my favorite styles I'm just getting 5% off.
Correct.
So, but versus if I enter the Zara store luxuriously, no line, trial rooms free on a weekday, and suddenly I find that this white pant that I wanted to buy, उसपे मुझे 20% off मिल रहा है. So then it's a delight. So it's the framing also that matters. So since we are working all of this from a consumer benefit point of view, from also making sure that people are getting their rightful benefits, then we have to frame it correctly with the processes as well.
Correct. Very interesting. So as you said, so this add-on is actually a usage-based cap. So I want to understand who all do you think are going to benefit from this?
Right. So I think if you just throw a stone, you will find so many people saying completely yes to this, right? Because with the recent events of the pandemic, or the way the industry of transport has evolved, right? And I'm not just talking about public conveyance with the metros, etc. Of course, they have really changed how people are traveling,
right,
but also from your taxi operators, etc. Everything has become on demand, easy accessible, at least in the metros or the tier 1 cities. And there people, even though they have like the family has 1 car or 2 car, they eventually they end up driving much less than people were earlier. Second thing is, as I said, second car. That is also a big trend. This is, we are India. हम लोग, even if there is like just two people driving in the family, you will still have two cars for the ones who can pay. Now for those people also, the second car is often the less used one, and sometimes even if you get into the family structure, everyday works के लिए people take out the smaller car, their hatchbacks, and they will take out their fancy cars for the fancy dinners, etc. So, and उसका premium आप सोचो और ज़्यादा है, right? So उन लोगों को भी benefit होगा. And of course, people who are daily commuters using public conveyance, doing the right thing by doing so, but they also have a vehicle, because of course you need a vehicle in times when you do need it. So उनके लिए भी ये चीज़ beneficial है. Then even seniors, because as the lifestyle changes, work sometimes gets out of the equation. People have cars, but they don't, again, drive it so much. For them as well, I think this is one of the big things. Then, of course, the fourth thing is, like I was mentioning earlier, that whenever there are phases in, from a circumstantial point of view, that people don't drive their cars much. Sometimes people get posted to different locations, sometimes within India, sometimes outside India. उस time पे भी उनकी cars पड़ी हैं. People then in this case sometimes opt कि मैं third party पे convert कर लेता हूँ. Now this gives an option to them that they can keep their cars active from an own damage point of view also, and yet have a lesser cost because they are driving less.
Great, understood. So Tanya, as you said that if somebody is going for this PAYD feature, so the insurance company like ours will just be taking the odometer reading. So can you explain what happens after that? What exactly is the process?
Right. So two things. We take the registration number and the odometer reading, and it's a video inspection kind of a thing that you have to do after buying the policy. It hardly takes 5 minutes for you to do it. It's you just need your smartphone, you need some internet access, and you will be getting a link from us where you need to do this inspection. Once you have done that, we have dedicated team who's working to look at these videos, and once the video inspection is done and it's checked by our team, within 30 minutes you will get the policy in your inbox.
Right. So sounds like a very simple and easy process that Digit has put out there. So everyone, to recap what Tanya said, customers who drive less will now pay less with this add-on, and the discount will apply to anyone driving less than 15,000 kilometers a year on an average from the time it was bought by the current owner. The discount can go up to as high as 25%, so significant savings one can get through this. The process, like Tanya explained, too, is extremely simple. A simple 5-minute video-based pre-inspection process, and that's about it. And you will get your policy issued in less than 30 minutes. So I'd say don't wait up. If you have any car policy that is about to expire, go check out www.godigit.com or reach out to any of our partners, and they'll be happy to assist you. Thank you so much, Tanya, once again for taking time from your busy schedule and joining us on the Simplicity podcast. We hope you all enjoyed this deep dive into the Pay As You Drive feature launched by Digit. Do subscribe to us to keep getting notified whenever we drop something new. That's all on this episode, folks. See you next time.
Have you done the Digit?